Hi writers, Stephanie here. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited that you are here today. And if you're not a subscriber, I hope that you will subscribe. So let's get right to it. Today I am talking about those mushy middles, and I want to give you some tips to make your middle stronger. So when you're either submitting your book, the agent or editor doesn't get halfway through and is like, oh, this book isn't working, or your screenplay or whatever, or once it's out in the world, like you don't want people leaving the movie theater or writing bad reviews about it or telling people that, oh, it got kind of bad in the middle. So I know the middle is so hard. Tip number one, if you are having a hard time with your middle, is to plot out your book. Even if you've already written a first draft. A lot of us are pantsers. A lot of us write first drafts all the way through, which I think is the best thing to do, but we'll talk about that in another video. Plot out your book. Take it step by step and plot it out. And I feel like once you do that, you will really see where it's not working. If you literally write down, this is what happens at the beginning, and this is what happens at the end, and then you will be able to write out what happens in the middle. Tip number two is to take your entire manuscript, whether it's a novel or a screenplay or a teleplay, and print the entire thing out. Super old school. Print it out, have a copy of it, and literally divide it right in half. Take that book, divide it in half, and read. What are the 5 pages before that exact half, and what are the 5 pages after? In that middle, what is happening? What you need to have there is what is called a recommitment scene, which is the character recommitting to his or her desires and what he wants, even though so often this is still a mistake. Or James Scott Bell, who is brilliant, also I will put the link in the comment so you can find him, he talks about the mirror moment. And what that is that in the middle of the story, your character is going through this moment where they're deciding, what will I do next, or who am I? And so many times in movies, if you stop it at that exact 50% point, you will see that they were looking literally in a mirror. So, for example, The Fugitive, it's a great movie. Halfway through, Richard Kimball is literally staring into a mirror. So that's just one example. There's so many. So an exercise here would be to take movies or TV shows that you love, stop them at the 50% mark, and see what's happening. And you will see that that scene is there. And they might not literally be looking in the mirror, but a lot of times they are. Question: what part of the middle is the hardest for you? Please comment below and we will have a discussion about it. Tip number 3 is to use a beat sheet. A beat sheet is something that you use in TV writing or screenwriting to give to the producers or the showrunner, and it's literally the beats of your story. If you read Save the Cat or go to savethecat.com, there are tons and tons and tons of examples. In fact, the Save the Cat newsletter, which is free, sends out weekly beat sheets of movies that are currently out. So again, even if you're writing a novel, you can look to movies for your storytelling. It's really, really important to get those beats right. And tip number 4 is to go back in and outline your novel. One way that I like to do it to really see if things are working is in my outline, I will write what happens. I will write the first sentence of each chapter and the last sentence of each chapter, and it helps me see the flow of things. And I will also see if the chapters in the middle start repeating and doing the same thing. Every single scene that you write, whether it's at the beginning, middle, end, climax, whatever, has to move the story forward. And the middles are so hard for people. Don't feel bad if your middle isn't perfect, because none of us get it right, and that's why there are so many revisions. So I really hope that this helps. And if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. Please share and comment below. Let me know what your problems with the middle are. And I will see you next week. Bye.